Go. So at this point, we have talked about, we're finished with Cal State University, CSUs. And pay attention to everything we just did. We did everything. We did the maps. We did the questions. Actually, we started with the questions. What is CSU? How many are there? We're going to do exactly the same thing. So you already know. We're going to do the exact same thing, but not for CSUs. For what? For UCs. Anybody know a UC school? UCLA, UC Riverside, UC Berkeley. Those are not Cal States. That's a different type. It's a different institution, right? They're very similar. They have a lot of, they're very, very similar though, okay? But for the point of gathering the information and doing what we did here for Cal States, we're going to do the exact same thing for UCs. So what you're going to probably want to do is right here where we start with the questions, you might want to go to this first one and the second one and duplicate the slide, right? And now we're going to just change Cal State to UCs, and we'll change the list of the map and the list of the names from Cal States to UCs. But you don't have to like reproduce the slide anymore again, unless you want to. So the point is, how do I duplicate this slide and then move it to the bottom? I don't want to duplicate it and have it here. I want to duplicate it and have it over at the bottom over here, right? So let's say this one, I think I right click it and it says duplicate slide. If you I'm able to right click it and put duplicate slide, but see, it puts it right under this one. I don't want it right here under this one. Does anybody know how to move it to the bottom? I think you just click and drag it. You just click and drag it, and you see this, see under 9, you see a little line? Under 10, there's a little line, it's orange. You see that little line under 20, under 21, under 22? That's where you're putting the slide. So I'm gonna drop it all the way to the bottom and then let go. You see, now it's down here. You guys see the one that I duplicated? So I'm gonna do it again. I know it's hard to see. Let's see, right here, I made this a little bit bigger. So watch here, that was the first one where only the questions come out. Now I'm gonna copy now number 5, slide 5, where you have the answers coming in. So again, to duplicate it, I'm gonna right click it and then I'm gonna duplicate it, but it's gonna copy it right under here, right? Duplicate slide, click it. See, it copied it here. Now it's like slide 6, but I don't want it here. I don't want this duplicate slide here. So what do? See how it has like that orange border? When you click and hold it and I drop it, look, you see how it goes? You see that orange line under 7? You guys see the line? That's where you're dropping it. So, because maybe you might want to put it somewhere else. That's how you know where you move it. But we're just gonna hold and drag it all the way to the bottom and then let go. See, now it's down here. So that you don't have to like recreate it and unless you want to, which you can, and I'm sure you're gonna format some other stuff. But we're gonna do all this. I'll just do one more, the one with the school names. Duplicate it. And now that it copies it right under, but I don't want it right here. So you're gonna hold it and then what? Move it all the way to the bottom and then let go. So we're doing the same thing. Wait, did we ever have a page about UCs? I'm sorry, not UCs, Cal States. Okay. So, click into these new slides and I'm gonna change the background, but remember now we're talking about what? Change it to, just put UCs, don't put UCs. UC schools. And then over here, something like that, UCs. And then over here, not what does CSU stand for, what does what? See, so it'll be easier, it'll be quicker to just see already.
So we already finished with the CSU and we are beginning with the...
Now we're going to talk about, does anybody remember how many Cal State University schools there were? Well, if you go right here, remember there's 23. How many UC schools do you think there are? More or less or exactly the same? There's not 23. You think there's more or you think there's less? Yeah. Okay, so you guys, you understand the idea. We're going to do the same thing, the same idea, what we did with Cal States, but with UCs. Now, let's go look for that information, just this basic information. How many, we can just Google it, right? First of all, what does UC stand for? Anybody knows what it stands for?
Universities of California?
This one on the top. It also happens to stand for University of Colorado, because there's another state that starts with a C, right? But we're not in Colorado. UC stands for University of California, which is not to be confused with what? CSUs, which is Cal State Universities. I know it sounds they're very similar sounding, but they are two different types of institution of schools. So UC stands for University of California, okay? So if it's UCLA, University of California at Los Angeles. UC Berkeley, University of California at Berkeley, blah, blah, blah. All right, next question. How many what? Oh, it's right here. How many UC campuses are there? Anybody want to take a wild guess? 9? Good guess. Let's see. Oh, what? You already knew. Okay, hold on. This one says there's 9, but this one says there's 10. No. There's a little blip why there's technically is 10, but officially there's 10, but 9 of them are like technical. So I need you to find out why what's up with that extra one. What's going on with that extra one? But it is a UC. So there is 10 of them. UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UC Irvine, UCLA, UC Merced, UC Riverside, UC San Diego, and this one is that 10th one that has a little asterisk on it. We're going to talk about why this one has an asterisk. There's only 10 UC schools, okay? And then look, they already gave you a map. You might want to even already, you know how we're going to put the map and list only 10 schools? So you're going to change that, right? You're going to change that. Change and list the 10 schools. Change the map. That's a nice looking map right there. You can see where it is. Okay, we'll just leave it. We'll leave it right there for today. So answer those questions. What are the questions? Let's go back to the questions. Oh yeah, what does UC stand for? How many UC schools are there? And what are all the UC campuses? Well, in the state of California, right? University of California. You're not going to find these in Texas, right? In a different state. Okay, and then you go to your map here and then take out this map, drop the one for UCs, and change your list to only 10, right? Only 10 campuses. All right, that's, like I said, we did this already. You guys should be good with getting this together quickly. Okay, let's just get that for today. That's it.